Stay in your lane, we are not the same. We cannot explain things about to change. Cause we run the game. Cause we run the game.
Howdy doody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another new form event with me, your host, Brandon Groce, and our amazing guest, Vivek Verswani. What's going on, Vivek? How you feeling today, sir?
I'm very good. I'm very good. How are you?
I am excelente, man. I'm excited for you to be doing last month, rather. We did this event in our Discord as a test run, and we were like, let's go ahead and try to bring this on a larger stage, see what happens. Let's make some more smiles and educate some more people and have a good time. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you guys are watching on Instagram, we also have this live on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch what we're doing on a larger screen, please comment YouTube in the live chat. There will be an automatic DM to you all, sending you guys a link to where you guys can watch on YouTube. So again, if you guys want to watch this on YouTube and not on a small screen, type YouTube in the live chat and we'll send you an automatic DM. With that being said, if you guys are new to New Form, you guys don't know what it is, you guys just saw two handsome individuals and you're like, let's see what's happening here. Today we are going to be doing a redesign of some of our community's work. Meaning, you guys don't know what New Form is, we are a community of over 10,000 plus, I think we're at 12,000 now, 12,000 amazing creative individuals coming together to help each other make something new, cool, and helping us do that better each and every day. If you guys want to join the Discord and get along with us and help each and everybody and yourself along your journey, type join in the live chat and you guys will also get an automatic DM so where you can participate. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I did not have enough coffee or tea enough to have this conversation with you, which is why Vivek is going to take the baton in just a second. But we'd love to have you in the community, but today's event is purely just to show you a community's webpage that they shared with us, and we're going to take it to the next step, kind of show you guys, or Vivek is going to share with you guys pointers, tips, and really his thoughts on what could bring the design to the next level. And he's also redesigned it as well. On top of that redesign, we've also are going to show you guys a little bit of how you can bring that Figma file or this Figma file to life, or yours, whatever your project is, how you can bring that design from Figma and bring it to a real live site. It's a matter of seconds with a little bit of a demo that we have for you guys today, bringing our this Figma file to a Wix Studio site. With that being said, all right, that was a mouthful, Vivek. Oh, all right. And last thing, I just also wanted to say howdy to all of you guys in the chat. We would love to know where you're coming from. Let us know how you're feeling, how you're doing, and where you're watching from in the live chat. All right, Vivek. Woo.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Well, Brandon already introduced me. So again, I'm Vivek. I work with Brandon in the New Form community. I take care of the part where I am helping designers with the knowledge and everything that I can with the feedback. And for today's workshop, we will be redesigning a design that has been shared in a community by someone. So they have designed something, and I'm going to critique it. Like, what are the things that they missed out? What are the things that they overlooked, and how we can make it better? And I will show you my version and the reasoning behind why I designed it the way I designed it. Right. So yeah, that's all about the today's workshop. That what we are going to do. So yes.
All right, beautiful. Vivek, just let me know when you are ready to share screen, and I'll jump to your screen.
All right. Okay, you can share it.
Good. And also, ladies and gentlemen, before Vivek continues, I want to let you guys know again. If you guys are watching this on, oops, got to turn that off. On Instagram, something popped up that I did not want. There we go. You guys, small screen. You guys want to watch this on a larger screen, type in YouTube and we'll send you an automatic DM. Last thing. All right, go ahead.
All right. So yes, this is the design. This is one of the banks that we have come across called Globus Bank, and this is the website that has been redesigned by someone. This is not the original site. This is their redesigned version. So now let's see what are the things that they overlooked or they have missed, and how can we make it better. So first thing is the navigation at the top, right? We see it is disconnected. The logo is here, should be at the top, not here, because this will disappear if I switch the tags, right? So this is a very cluttered navigation, a lot of options, navigation under navigation, and the CTA is not very clear, right? This does not look like a CTA, right? So that is the first thing that they overlooked, right? This should not be the way to design the navigation. It should be clear, right? Then the information is very vague, right? What does the save, invest, borrow, get help, right? And FX purchase. I have no idea what FX purchase is. Why the get help is here, right? If you're a banking, you should be talking about benefits and opening an account, right? And some offers that you're offering. So the information is very vague. It is not very pinpointed, right? Now here we have the second thing, which is called get in touch, send message, but the icon is of a call, right? This is not the right iconography. If you are trying to send message, the icon should, match with what you have written, right? So this is another overlook on their part. So make sure you use the right icons when you are typing something, or if there is a call to action related to it, icon should be related to it as well, right? Then we are talking about the first headline, which is take control of your finance, right? It is not telling me what exactly they are going to do, what they are offering me, right? I have no information about it. It is just a random headline about finance, right? No benefits are mentioned, right? Again, even in the subheading, there is nothing that I can benefit from or which will motivate me to open a bank account with them, right? Then there is this CTA, which tells me to open a Globus account. But if you see, there is alignment issue. There is a disconnect. This icon does not represent anything that is related to open a bank account or moving forward, right? This is a completely random icon. Now, then we have this imagery. If we say this is completely unrelated, right? This is not related to bank or anything. This is a random row. That is a disconnect from the design, completely disconnected from what is going on here, completely out of context. Right? Then we have a mobile mockup, which says again the same line: take control of your finance anywhere, anytime. And then some benefits mentioned, and then there is a random computer image. So see this again. If we view it in the fold, this is how it looks. Right? It does not come into the single fold. I cannot check the information, and if I scroll, it just get cuts down, right? So this is not the right way when you're designing a hero section, which is the most important thing, because when people land on your site, that is something that people see for the very first time, right? So you have to be very very mindful that how much area is visible on their first visit. So yeah, be mindful of that. And if we talk about UI, it is completely random. The mockup is completely different. It is completely different thing. So this is not the way to design a UI. Even this, you see, this is a rectangle, not a frame, right? All things are separate. This is not the way to design a UI. You have to use frames when you are designing a CTA or a hero section. So when it goes to the development, it is easy for them or even a no-code tool to recognize that what is going on, right? So be mindful of that. Then comes the next section where it says that account designed to meet your financial needs, and then global campus shape your financial independence with a hassle-free account for your college, right? So now here they are talking in general that account designed to meet your financial need, but here they are now being specific to college students, right? This is not forming a connection between these two things, right? They have mentioned the benefit, that is good, but now they have said that learn more instead of open an account, right? If I'm motivated enough with this, I should be able to open an account. I should not be able to scroll up and open an account. I should be CTA should be here for me to take an action right now that okay, I'm convinced I now want to open an account. Unrelated imagery, too many graphics, right? So this is just a little disconnected from each other. The elements are not going in a single harmony, right? Then we have a debit card, right? Tap, swipe, pin. No mention of why should one get this debit card, what are their features, what are the benefits that they're gonna get. There is no mention of that as well. Different kind of spacing between these sections, right? Enjoy safe and convenient banking value anytime with Globus debit card. What does it mean, right? What I'm gonna get if I get this debit card? No benefits at all. Nothing is mentioned. And even if I want to check my eligibility, where can I get that, right? I have no action button where I can take some action to move forward, right? And then again, this little section where it says were MasterCard and Visa supported, learn more. I have no idea what that means and why is it even there. It does not tell me any kind of useful information or adding any kind of value to my knowledge, right? This looks very random. Then it says invest. We don't tell fortunes, we make them for you, right? Now, where you invest, what are your investment options, right? All these things, right? What exactly are you doing with the investment, right? The information is missing, right? Uh, it just says fixed deposit with Global's account. Is that the only things? Then why is the view investment option is there, right? If view investment option is there, it should not, the copy should not say fixed deposit, right? The image could also been better. Even if there is no image, it is completely fine. You don't have to use image everywhere. This cut right here, where it is completely cutting off, is very unprofessional. Image is overlapping with the text. Again, a UI fault. This is not the way to design a UI when you are designing something for a bank. Now, then we have another section called loan and mortgage. Personal loan made for life, twist and turn. I have no idea what this tell me, right? What I'm gonna need loan for? What kind of loans are you offering, right? Completely unrelated image. Too big of a section, not gonna fit in a single fold when I'm visiting this site, right? Completely different spacing here, completely different spacing here. The margins are not matching at all, right? Everything is completely disconnected, right? Not in alignment. The spacing is not right. Things are very randomly placed, right? Again, there is no margin here. The image is completely touching the border, right? Then they are asking for a feedback, right? If I'm someone who does not have an account and the first prompt is open a bank account, why are you asking a feedback from me, right? I have not used your service, right? So how can I provide a feedback? This section again makes no sense here on the landing page, right? Then there are, you may also be interested in a different kind of services with a lot of random images and a different kind of CTA which does not match the style which we see seen above, right? This is completely random. This is very different, right? About Globus, I don't know what this is. Premier banking has to do with the ship, right? These are very random things, right? And then there is this rounded corner while the whole side is being very edgy. If you see the CTS and everything, right? So this one is rounded, but others are not. This is very inconsistent and not the right thing to do when you're designing a professional UI. And then there is no footer, nothing, right? It just have some random social media handles, right? And these are not even in the alignment as well. So these are very issues when you're designing for the bank, right? Well, I'm not sure that don't have to go very fancy with the UI when you're designing for the bank, because the purpose of the bank is not to engage users on their landing page. They want them to convert into their customers, right? Want them to open an account and use their service as fast as possible, not spend time playing around on their website or the landing page where we have very fancy and heavy visuals to play around with. That is not the goal of a banking site. So now I'll show you my version of it, what I have created. Let's see it from here, right? So first of all, I decluttered the UI. There were many options. If you see, there were premier, emerging business, wholesale. Emerging business, wholesale are same thing. Investor relation comes under corporate. Everything is like business. Everything comes under business, right? So three different options does not make sense. Contact us and about Globus, right? So what I did is personal, premier, which is like their premier services, business and corporate. I separated those because they have multiple options, right? And instead of giving them a drop down, I gave them a secondary navigation. When they switch between things, they will get this navigation right here, right? So they are not confused. Their screen will not be occupied with a automatic drop down opening. So this was my thinking. CTA that says login instead of online banking, because if you are a customer, you want to log in. Online banking is kind of a confusing title when you are on a landing page. So I want to log in into my bank account so that I can do the online banking or net banking, right? So titles and copy should be clear. Then I've given a drop down so that what kind of login that they want to do. Is it a personal, is it a business, or is it a corporate login? So that depends on that, right? With this, I have again given the drop downs in here so that what kind of account you want to open, what kind of investment you are looking for, loans, cards, and FX purchase. So everything is decluttered and organized in a way which is related to the navigation, right? So this was the first thing that I fixed. Now, second thing is experience, right? So if we see the copy, it says take your total control of your finance. But now I'm telling them that you can experience seamless and secure and tailored banking, which means I have made it personalized for them. so that they can connect with it, right? And then I have mentioned few unique benefits, right, in the hero section, so that I can get them hooked or to make a decision, to open a bank account with me, right? So I have mentioned that you can get a competitive interest, right? A benefit for the people or the customer who will open account with me. You can shop globally with our dollar card, which is the debit card. Another benefit for people who want to shop online globally. And then I've mentioned that special offers for college student, right? I have motivated them enough to take an action here, right? They can always get more information once they click here, and once I get them on the next step, I will get them converted, right? So I am teasing them and I'm giving them benefits, right? I'm giving them relevant information which will help them make a decision faster, right? So, and image, my this is not of very significance when you are into the banking design. So this is a very normal image of a human using laptop, for online banking and everything like that. Then comes the second part, where if you see here, the second, there was just bank accounts and debit cards. So I mixed this one and this hero section into the one section here, telling them benefits and everything. And then I go down to the banking cards, right? The mobile usage, right? If you are online banking. So banking at your fingertips. Again, I'm mentioning the benefits that they get if they download our mobile app, right? It is seamless fund transfer. You can real time balance update, right? You can check the card and check management. You can get the account management and easy bill payments, right? Now the benefits are there. If people are motivated enough, they would want to install this app. They can create an account with the app as well. A direct CTA to download the app, even if you are on the desktop or on a website. A direct CTA is available, so you can take an action if you are convinced, right? So CTAs are very important, and you should know, where to place them and how the information is going to lead people to take action with the CTAs. So everything should be related, relevant enough, and should be about users more than you, right? So every time you're designing a landing page, if you make it about the people that you are serving or who are going to be a potential user, it is more likely that they will be converted to your customers or users. So make it about them, give them the benefits, motivate them enough to take an action, and give them an CTA or a button to take that action right away, right? This was the second section. Now, about the card that they mentioned, that, tap, swipe, and pin, cool heading, no issue with that. That, you can take these kind of actions. A design of a card. Now, the benefits that they are going to get if they get a debit card, right? Which means, again, I'm prompting them to open an account and get this debit card with me, right? So what I'm giving them is allowing them to motivate them that you can use it multi-channel, card validity of 3 years, personalized cards, available for both individual and organizations, right? So even if someone from corporate is coming here and opening an account with me, they will understand that they will get this card too, right? So now I'm serving two kind of audience at the same time, and there are safety and security transactions, right? And then I'm again allowing them to take an action, check eligibility. So as soon as they click on this, they will go. If they have a bank account, they can log in and check eligibility. If not, they are prompted to open a bank account, right? So now what I'm again doing is asking them to be my customer and giving them the ability to do that, right? That is my main purpose. I don't want them to spend a lot of time on my website, but I want them to take an action and become my banking customer, right? Then there is investment, right? Invest with global and enjoy higher interest rate, right? So I've used the same heading, but instead of anything random, I just gave them investment option, a very, let's say, prominent CTA, right? Very obvious CTA that, if you want investment options, you can just take an action from right here. You go to the next stage and you see what kind of investment you can do, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm giving them ability to take an action. That's what I want to do, right? I want them to do on my site so that they can become my customer. Now, talking about loans, right? What we see here, that this was very vague, unrelated image, nothing tells me, very random. So if we come here, what I've said is build your dream home, take yourself on trip, right? I'm giving them kind of a motivation which will get into their mind if they want to take a loan for what are their needs, right? They can take, and all the options that they can take, right? personal loan, creative sector, asset, vehicle, mortgage, anything that they want, right? If you see, these are little up and down just for the visual interest, nothing else, right? They can be at the same alignment, but just to create a little visual interest, I did the little up and down thing. But the point is, I'm giving them enough information to take an action. We can make these cards clickable as well. So if they want any information related to personal loan, they can click on this card and they go to the page where they get all this information, right? And I redesigned the footer and gave them all the quick links. So, you have a contact us button here, and same for the feedback. So I don't want them to look at here and when they're not my customers or anything, contact me or give any kind of random feedback. This is here. If anything in particular, they can come here and contact me. And I made my socials very prominent, use the brand color to make it obvious that they can follow us on the socials where we are announcing our updates and new services. So this was my design based on my understanding of what banking sector is looking for, what they want, what is their intent, right? This is what I did um, in my design. So yeah, this was all that I created. But all the issues that we identified in the current design, and this was my design. So yeah, that was it from my side, from this design to how to make design better, and we can see how you can make it in the Wix tool.
Beautiful, Vivek. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any questions on anything that Vivek has really just shared with us, or if you guys want to have your designs shared with our community and get feedback like this, we have a specific place in our Discord where you can do that. Vivek basically all day, every day, except for when he's except for weekends, guys. Don't bother him too much. But we have a specific special place in our community where it's called Feedback Please. You guys want to share any of your work with us? Please, number one, especially if you guys are watching on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, our community link is in the description. But if you guys are on YouTube and if you have yet to join our community, type in the live chat join. You'll get an automatic DM to our Discord. And if you guys just scroll down on the left hand side in our Discord or in our channels, you will just see tons of people just sharing their work and also just asking for feedback. We look each month to see if we can grab a file from the people who've been sharing their work for feedback, and kind of just try to do sessions like this. See somebody who's asking for feedback, and also give them a little bit of a shout out and a showcase on our sessions like this. Kind of give them live feedback, and also try to redesign the project to show them how we would approach the project. So far, let me just change screens here really quick. So far, what we have done, while I'm also trying to just read the live chat really quick. So far, what we have done is obviously everything that Vivek has done. But what we're going to do next is we are going to show you guys a little bit of what Vivek has in Figma. I took a small section out of that, and I'm going to show you guys how to turn that into a Wix Studio site. Very simple, very easily. And also just keep in mind what I created and what I'm going to show you guys today probably took me around like 15-20 minutes. A lot of it is not optimized. I just wanted to show you guys how quick and how dirty you can move your work over into being a real live site with ease. And if you want to spend more time on it, which hopefully you do, you don't hopefully you don't spend 15-20 minutes on a website and then try to ship it. But I just want to show you how I just want to show you the flow. I want to show you how it works, and I also want to show you what is capable and what is doable within 15-20 minutes. We have desktop all the way down to mobile. I just want to show you the different experiences. So let me go ahead and get my screen ready for that. And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm literally have eyeballs on the YouTube chat, the Instagram chat, and okay. Give me a couple more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go back to screen. Let me just look at got that desktop side of things. All right, guys over on Instagram. If you guys are trying to still watch this on Instagram, again, please, the recording and the entirety of this session will be on YouTube. So if the automation, you guys haven't gotten a DM, send you guys over to YouTube, just check or search new form with Brandon Groce on YouTube. You guys probably could type in new form, but with Brandon Groce will give you the exact thing that we are working on. All right, so this is what we exported into our website, but I kind of just want to show you the flow of this. So this is what Vivek was working on. Now, granted, I kind of just deleted the background because I just wanted to work on a very specific section. So all I did here was I went to my Figma plugins. So I just went here, I went to plugins, and I went to my Figma to Wix Studio plugins. If you guys don't have that here, simply just go to manage plugins, type in Figma to Wix Studio, and that should now populate here in your, or it will just pop up. So how this works is we're going to go ahead and set up our export. Okay, it's literally just going to take a frame of ours or an artboard, and artboard is probably an Adobe XD thing, so don't yell at me in the comments. So we're going to set up the export. All we're going to do here is we're going to copy the Figma file here, the URL. So we're going to copy, and on the Wix Studio site, paste the link under Tools Import for Figma. Okay, what we do here, I've already done it here. The site has the same name as our frame in Figma, but I'm just going to show you guys how this works. So I'm going to go to the menu here, go to Tools, and go to Import to Figma. And I believe since I've already done this on this site, I probably won't be able to do it again, but I'm going to do it from scratch from another site. So give me a hot second so you guys can see the full flow here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new site. Whoops. Go to Wix dashboard. I'm going to create a new site. I am going to do a studio blank canvas. In the comments, we have Geek Girl saying, "Love the design so much better. Curious about the side margins." Feels a little close to the edge to me. Listen, everybody, and yes. So what me and Vivek are doing today is like we're giving, as design is never done. As designers, we all know this. And there's a million tweaks, a million things, and really just what we're trying to share with you guys today, it's not the perfected form of what you guys should be designing. This is a push in the right direction, or a more right direction, for you guys to understand kind of how to think about these things. And for those who are thinking, for example, Geek Girl, if you're like, I think that this also could be added. You know what? You're right, because there's a million things we could change. And I like the way how you're thinking about these things, because these are the thoughts, these are the ideas that we want to generate in you guys, for you guys to take the next step. Okay, so where are we? We're going to go to Tools. Sorry, guys. Import from Figma, and we are going to take that Figma file URL and drop it here and go ahead and press connect. Gonna take some time to import the fonts, the colors, all that stuff. Now, while I've done this, I'm gonna go back to this really quick. I just want to make sure that I click that I'm done connecting the file. I'm gonna click next. Now I can start the export. So I'm gonna start by exporting the styles. And while I'm doing all these things, this is like in 3 steps. So this is exporting all the styles over to Wix Studio. Excuse me, over here. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go back, export the frame. I'm going to export this specific frame into Wix Studio. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I am going to go ahead and add this to my site. I'm going to add it as a page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And basically, this is where Figma and Wix Studio talk to each other and try to figure out all the different styles, what are the fonts, and try to dial in as best as possible as it can to figure out what is the desktop version, what is the tablet version, what is the mobile version. In our job, and it did a pretty good job here. I'm just going to delete the menu that came along with this site. Now, there are a few things that we can adjust here, of course. There's a few things where the text kind of, started to go over top of each other, and there's some things that we need to tweak. And I've done that. This is the 15-20 minutes that I'm talking to you guys about that I've done in this example. Okay, this took 15 minutes for me to just correct the text styling, the sizing of things, the buttons, the colors, the things in the background. And what I've done as well is also produced what I want each style or each breakpoint to look like as well. So I've done the tablet, I've done the mobile, and guys, don't joan on me for my choices of images here. I was very quickly trying to get what I could in the 15 minutes. But essentially, how I went from what was imported here, because we still get the full, this is literally the desktop version, tablet version, and the mobile version. And what Wix tries to do is tries to be smart and say, okay, we have the desktop version only. How can we make that responsive in 3 different breakpoints? And what it does is it just scales it down to varying degrees. And all I've done in this example with that 15-20 minutes, I've just rescaled text. I have just increased or decreased image sizing. And really, for the mobile version, all I've done is I've made a new menu and I've just increased the size of the background. And so just to show you guys a little, first off, I want to show you guys what this looks like as I stretch this. So, and I'm at, okay, just making sure that you guys both on YouTube also, uh-oh, double check. Okay, we are still live on Instagram. I just want to double check because I saw, I saw it go down for a second and I was worried. But I wanted to show you guys how this responds because not only is this a site live, but we can actually pull and stretch this site. So we have, and all we've done here is Vivek made the desktop. And then I spent 20 minutes max moving around some of the text and telling Wix Studio or showing Wix Studio, here's how I want the text to resize. Here's how I want things to be responsive. And just to give you guys a quick little showcase of this is the design that was imported. All we did, if I can Control Z some of this stuff, right? I deleted the menu. I expanded the text how I wanted it. I changed some of the copy to be a little bit different. And some of the things, really what I did was some of the things were combined in ways that I didn't really like. So essentially, I just regrouped things, changed content from, I just moved things around, guys. And if you guys want to see and know in an in-depth way how to do this with your Figma projects, this is not the time and the place to do that. The time and the place to do that is we have a event once a month called our Figma to Wix Studio Workshop. It is an hour with our co-founder Cole Jan, and we take and create a Figma project, and we take you through that hour, showing you how we take something from Figma to a real website using Wix Studio, and we show you how to push, pull, how to make things responsive. But just to give you guys an understanding of, this is the site that I was able to make in 15-20 minutes after Vivek literally sent over his Figma file. And this was the result. Can it be better? Hell yes. Trust me. I was a little worried about showing this. At first, I was like, what if they don't like the 15-20 minutes of what we did today? But I think the value of this is, this took 15-20 minutes. That's like I sneezed, went to go, blow my nose, and then I returned to work. That's like a 15-minute trip, unless you guys are not a specialist. But yeah, that is it. So with that being said, I'm just gonna very quickly, hopefully, be able to look at Instagram because it's for me. But hopefully, if I refresh, I can come back in and see. But I do see you guys on YouTube. In chat, what's we call it? Geek Girl says I've been using the Figma plugin and it rocks. Been using it lately for a lot. Great results. I'm glad. You know what? I would really love to see what you've been producing. You have to share with us in the community, see what you've been building. But I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, I can. The chat on Instagram is slowly populating, but I believe that is it. Vivek, do you have anything to add? Any final remarks for the peeps that are watching?
Yes. Well, on the last note, I would just say that there is a thing called fog behavior model in a psychology, or you can say UX, where you have three things: the trigger, the motivation, and the ability. Right. So trigger is already there, that you want to do something, right? You want to build a site or something, and the motivation is the Figma that Wix plugin, right? That we can just quickly do it. And the ability is the plugin right inside the Figma, right? We can just take an action and we can make the site live. And same with the design as well, where when you are designing for banks, they already have the trigger that they want to do some, open a bank account, and the motivation is the savings and the benefits that we are giving, and the abilities to, open a bank account directly from the site. So when these three things align, an action is most likely to happen, right? So remember that whenever you are designing things for the people, which will be used by the masses. So yeah, that will be the thing that will help you the most.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Again, we are trying to have sessions like this every month. So if you guys want to submit your work, get a little bit of feedback, and also be showcased on our events, feel free to join our community. Again, if you guys are watching on Instagram, type join in the live chat so we can send you an automatic DM. If you guys are on YouTube, you already have our link to our community in the description. And again, the place to put your work in our community is in our showcase or our feedback please panels. With that being said, if you guys get lost while you're in the Discord, it's fine. Just talk to us in the general chat or at one of our admins, and we'll find you and point you in the right direction. So again, Vivek, thank you so much for your session with us today, and hopefully, guys, we see you in the community. Take it easy.
Thank you for that. Bye.
Bye.